Hello friends, in this video we will discuss PIB article summary for the articles published on 15th and 16th January 2018. These articles have been selected keeping in mind the syllabus of our examination. Therefore, these particular summaries of articles are important for RBI Grade P as well as NABARD Grade A and Grade B 2018 exams. There are three important articles to be discussed keeping in mind the syllabus of our examination. The first one is India's foreign trade for December 2017. The second article relates to wholesale price index in India, and the third one is the milk and egg production outlook for 2017-18 in the country. India's foreign trade for December 2017. The India's foreign trade is categorized into three categories. The first one is merchandise trade, which relates to trade in goods which are tangible in nature. Then the second one is trade in services which are intangible, for example the financial, the banking, etc. And the third category is the trade balance, which is the net balance between the imports and exports. So it gives how much we owe or how much we have the surplus in terms of India's foreign trade with respect to the remaining world. Government has released data for the month of December 2017 with respect to the three different categories that we have just discussed. The first one here is the merchandise trade. Then in merchandise trade we have two sections. The first one is exports and the other one is imports. The exports have seen a growth of about 12.36% in dollar terms for the month of December 2017, and this the growth from August 2016 to December 2017 has been on positive terms, that is exports has been increasing in this particular period. But in 1 month, in October 2017, there was a slight dip of 1.1%. Other than that, there was increase in exports in this period. During the month of December 2017, the major commodities which have shown a positive growth rate as compared to the corresponding month of last year are the engineering goods, the petroleum products, gems and jewelry, organic and inorganic chemicals, and the drug pharmaceuticals. Similarly, taking care of the imports section, there has been growth of about 21% again in dollar terms, and the cumulative growth for the period of April to December 2017, the growth rate was positive of about 21.7% in dollar terms. So though there has been increase in exports, but still there has been increase in imports, and you can clearly see that increase in imports is more than the exports. Therefore, the net result of merchandise trade is that we owe to the rest of the world. We need to give this balance, the difference between the exports minus imports, we need to give that to the remaining world. The major commodities for which we have imported are the petroleum and crude oil products, electronic goods, pearls and precious and semi-precious stones, gold and machinery, electrical and non-electrical goods. So this was all for the merchandise trade. In this figure you can see the different figures for exports for December month and from April to December 2017. This has been given in US dollar in millions. The growth rate has been shown here for these particular periods. This is for exports, and here we have for imports. and the net trade balance for merchandise goods has been here. The negative sign shows that we have to give this balance to the different countries. We owe this much amount to different countries in lieu of the goods we have purchased from them. You need to learn these figures for the month in which the RBI or the NABARD exam is going to take place, or a month previous to the month in which the exam is going to be held. So you need not to learn the values for December per se, but these have been mentioned here just to make you understand how you have to get those values from the current affairs published in that particular month preceding your examination of RBI and NABARD. The next category we have the trade in services. In this also we have two sections, one for exports and another for imports. For exports we have a positive growth rate of about 8% in dollar terms, and in imports we again have a positive growth of around 11% or 10.89% to be precise. These values are basically not for December 2017 but November 2017. This is the latest data available till date. The data has been available for November 2017 and not for December, but for merchandise it was December 2017 data. Here we have the figures for exports and imports and the net balance. Since the export is lesser than the import, so we have a positive trade of balance in terms of services. That means the other countries owe us in terms of trade of services. So this is a positive sign of Indian economy, in which the trade in services we have an advantage in terms of in services, so we are getting benefit from exporting the services from the Indian economy, and it is being more beneficial to earn the foreign exchange rather than from the manufacturing sector. The third one is the trade balance, which then balances the merchandise and services and gives the overall view of the India's foreign trade. The trade deficit for December 2017 in merchandise has been estimated at US dollars 14,880.19 millions. You need not to learn this figure. Just remember that there has been a trade deficit for December 2017. Similarly, for the services, there has been a trade balance of around 5,000 million US dollars for November 2017. Then the overall trade balance of India is a trade deficit for the period April to December 2017, and it is around 70,000 million US dollars. So you need to learn the values for the month preceding the month in which the exam is going to be held, and you need not to learn these particular values currently in this video. The next topic is wholesale price index in India. The figures have been released for December 2017, but before that we need to understand about what is wholesale price index. The wholesale price index is used to measure the inflation, and it basically tries to figure out the change in price of the price of the goods that are purchased by the producers, which ultimately produce the consumer goods. So the price for bulk sale at the first stage of transaction is taken, and the price change of those that particular price is accounted for in this particular index, and a representative of a basket of wholesale goods is taken here. However, in case of consumer price index, the goods for which the price movement is taken. Here are the consumer goods, but here are particularly the producer goods, which the producers utilize to produce the consumer goods ultimately, which are used by the end consumers. The base year for wholesale price index is 2011-12. Earlier it was 2004-5, but it has been changed a few years ago to this new base year, and similarly other changes have been made. Certain new items have been added to this basket of wholesale goods, and certain redundant items, for example the typewriter, etc., these have been removed to give a dynamic view to this particular basket and measure the current level of price rise in the wholesale price index. This whole index has three major categories. The first one is the primary articles, which includes like fruits and vegetables and other things which are used as primary inputs in the industries, for example natural gas, lead concentrate, etc. The weightage for primary articles in the whole index is 22.62%. The second category is the fuel and power. This basically contains goods which are related to fuel and power industry, and the weightage for this particular category is 13.15%. You need to learn these figures, the different weightages to different categories under different indexes, and for the wholesale price index there are three categories with each having different weightages. The third category is of manufactured products. These contain those have been manufactured and still are again being used to produce other things, the consumer goods. So the weightage for this category is around 65%, and it is 64.23% to be precise. The values have been released for December 2017, and it has declined by 0.5%, and the value is 115.7. You need not to learn this particular value. You need to learn the value for the month preceding the month in which the exam, RBI or NABARD exam, is going to take place. So annual rate of inflation based on monthly wholesale price index. So here we can say that this index is released on monthly basis. The annual rate of inflation based on monthly wholesale price index has been estimated to be about 4% for the month of December 2017, and it has been calculated on year-to-year basis. So it is being calculated over December 2016's price values of the wholesale goods. Another thing here we have under the wholesale price index is wholesale price index food index, in which the food items, the inflation in food items is taken care of or measured. Food items here are being taken from primary articles category, as well as from manufactured products category, the third and the first one. So only the food products in the first category and the third category are taken from there and combined into WPI food index, and the combined weightage of food index is 24.38% in the whole WPI index. The food inflation index WPI food index has decreased from 4.10% in November 2017 to 2.91% in December 2017. So this was all for wholesale price index. The next topic is milk and egg production outlook for the year 2017-18. Certain figures have been released under this particular outlook for egg and milk production in the country. Talking with respect to milk production, the milk production in the country has increased with a growth rate of about 20% during 2016-17 as compared to 2013-14. This has been a remarkable growth, and still the government has taken a number of initiatives to increase the overall milk production and productivity in the country, because though we are the largest producer of milk in the whole world, but the productivity is still lower as compared to many other countries, as well as the amount of exports of dairy products, the share of exports of dairy products is very less as compared to the other countries which produce and export dairy products on a large scale. The production for the year 2016-17 over 2015-16 has increased by 6.4%. In the past, the growth rate has been 6.3% for the year 2014-15, and similarly around 6.3% for the year 2015-16 as well. So there has been consistent high growth over the past 3 years. So it is giving a positive outlook for the coming year as well, in addition to a number of schemes already introduced by the government to increase the milk production in the country. There has also been a seasonal forecast or estimation released by the government, which says that total milk production has increased to 53.77 million tons in summer 2017-18 as compared to summer 2016-17, which was 51.33 million tons. Therefore, it is a growth of around 4.7% on year-to-year basis. In this particular seasonal estimate, the top 5 milk producing states are Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh and Andhra Pradesh. Coming on to the egg production, the growth rate has been around 12% in 2016-17 as compared to 2013-14. And as compared to 2015, in 2016-17 the growth rate, the production has increased by 6.3%. Next, for seasonal estimation, the eggs production has increased from around 26 billion in 2016-17 to around 28 billion in summer 2017-18, and it has registered a growth of 7.4%. So milk has growth of 4.7% for milk, and a kind of interchange of these digits here, that is 7.4% in case of eggs. The highest egg producing states for the summer season of 2017-18 are the Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, West Bengal and Haryana. So this was all for PIB article summary for 15th and 16th January 2018. For more videos, you can visit www.adutab.co.in. Thank you and happy learning.